because it appears that gold is going to have a significant decline, and because this is going to be the impetus for the money to flow out of gold and into cryptocurrencies, I have literally broken the code, and no, I'm not joking this time for real. This is the reason, and this is the location. This timeline is proven to be accurate, gentlemen. In this section, small blow, the initial blow off top, and the second blow before the fall are all included in this. In any case, I have successfully broken the code, guys. I don't believe anyone else is aware of this, and I don't think anyone else will divulge this information to you, but if you guys could just wait a few minutes, you guys will comprehend. Putting first things first, I am fairly certain that the CPI will be announced after tomorrow. When it comes to inflation, economists who provide comprehensive projections anticipate that the Consumer Price Index CPI for September will show that core prices grew around the same as they did in August. However, the median forecast indicates that the headline CPI will slow down to 2.3% from 2.5%, right? That would be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? If inflation could simply keep going down and down and down and down, guys. If we could just get the CPI as low as possible, like low twos, this is literally going to be the trigger seemed as right we're going to explode, so pray for that now. For us to go up, guys, we need liquidity to enter, okay, and it seems as though liquidity is rising right now. So all of these banks are predicting that the headline CPI will be at 2.3%, and the core CPI will be at 3.2% when we get there. Growth in M2 from one year to the next, gentlemen, the green line as soon as this surges, gentlemen, take a look at the white line that represents the price of Bitcoin. That is exactly what is happening right now, people, and it is heading up again, therefore Bitcoin needs to follow it here very soon. It appears that the top is going to get closer to the males the more closely they gaze at each other. Indeed, it is going to be very soon. It is the current state of the global monetary liquidity. In addition to all of that, here it would be. Guys, this is what I was literally shaking as I was saying it. It was yesterday that I discovered this, and I was shaking. This chart in particular, but what I discovered using an indication is what I'm writing about. This will be the impetus for us to reach the highest possible heights, which are beyond our wildest imagination. Are you all prepared? This is some advice regarding finances. When I talk about gold in and of itself, folks, I want to begin by saying that I want to preface. First things first, I'd want to discuss the significance of gold. Bitcoin is going to run when gold takes a break, and weak candles charted, guys, are getting closer and closer to that time than they have ever been before. Now, this video is primarily about alternative cryptocurrencies, and it reveals what is going to happen in the future. Are you ready? Not this chart. However, in a moment, I would want to pray. I would like for you folks to have the context on when gold reaches its peak, okay? The orange line with alternative cryptocurrencies. What happens to Bitcoin? Take a look at this, guys. The beginning of the parabola phase, this is correct, and it appears that they are inversely associated to one another. So have a look at this. Cryptocurrencies are going to explode to the highest possible rate now that we know whether or not gold dumps, folks. What did I discover? If you were to ask me again, this is something that no one else will say because they are not aware of it. I'm going to start shorting gold possibly soon, but not just yet. Maybe here soon there is an immaculate, incredibly bearish divergence. Here we go, guys. I'm going to be shorting gold. In the present moment, gold is happening. This is the top right here, people, but then the price of gold went up, and the price of gold went up. Despite this, the indicator did not. It seems that the indication has been going up like this, folks, and now it is going down like that, right? You guys are aware of how momentum is fading away, yet prices are still climbing above their previous levels. A negative divergence may be seen on the weekly chart. Although it is not yet confirmed, it is about to be confirmed, right? As a result, gold prices will continue to fall, and it is likely that they will settle somewhere around $2,100 over here. It's hard for me to say, but I think that the $2,000 that we lose will serve as the fuel that propels us to the next level. That is exactly what we are waiting for, gentlemen, for gold to wind down and take it easy. Having said that, that is only on the weekly. Please have a look at this. In addition to that, there is a head and shoulder pattern on the momentum, which makes things even more confusing for you guys. Where exactly is this pattern that seems like a head and shoulders layout? To put it another way, guys, there is no certainty that head and shoulder patterns will be available, yet prices are still going up. In the event that money does not flow in extensively to the greatest amount, then it will be fatal for these indicators, people. However, I am rather certain that it will not happen because notice how hard gold has already gone on a rampage. So it brings us to the first place, not the second. Guys, this is how I know that I'm going completely insane. Not the second. When looking at the two weekly charts, a negative divergence is currently building. Negative divergence or divergence, guys, with an opposite of the, to put it another way, it's not an inverse pattern at all, rather. It's a head and shoulder pattern, which is correct for momentum. For the second time, this is on the 2 weekly, and for the third time, it is on the 3 weekly males doing the exact same thing. Divergence that is bearish, okay, pay attention to this bearish divergence from this point to here. Momentum is heading lower, and there is also a head and shoulder pattern on momentum, which indicates that it is going to happen again. Are you saying that all of this is going to be stacked against you guys? At the same time every week, guys, the same thing every 3 weeks. There is a slight difference between monthly and monthly due to the fact that it takes a great deal of time to deal with the monthly males every month. The bearish divergence that is forming from here to all the way here, guys, is getting closer and closer. Okay, prices are going up, but momentum is going down, which means that if this is absolutely the top 100% of the time, then I'm going to short gold. I'm not certain, but I'm 99.9% confident that this is going to be the top 100% of the time. In the same way that we are males, no one else is calling. When the price of gold finally begins to fall, I'm going to play this video again. There is a good chance that right will return to being over this range, folks, right here. You will most likely return to this location. So let me just draw it out for you guys so that we can know what you think. No, I'll go grab it. To put it that way, it's highly likely that anything like that takes place. In the event that I want to make a correct entry, and keep in mind that if gold continues to fall, cryptocurrency prices will quickly skyrocket. Bearish divergence is what I want to see happen once more if I want to clear entry men. I want gold to come back up. Indeed, I was correct, we'll see. But anyway, gold is likely to drop significantly in the near future, and males are going to drop greatly. On the other hand, if you said this, it would mean something else. I'm only stating the realities of the matter, which is that the time has finally arrived for us to start using cryptocurrencies. I have been waiting for this moment for what seems like 7 years, and it is going to take place, shouldn't it? The fact that I was shaking, guys, when I discovered that, but Crypto Rover comes along with it, is actually the reason why I am so excited. Therefore, the price of gold is decreasing, which causes prominence to decrease. The CPI, the Consumer Price Index CPI, is heading in a bullish direction, and don't forget that $16 billion in flows are set to stream into the cryptocurrency market. With all of the coins, what are they going to buy? Contrast and contrast ETF net flows for Bitcoin amount to 18 billion. This is the FTX claim distribution, which is 16 billion. Do you recognize the distinction? It was Bitcoin that went on a rampage. 2 times with 18 billion, and now image 16 right 6 digits is coming, which implies that the entire season is just around the corner, everyone. I am very happy and truly excited, but our garlinghouse is even stating that it is occurring again with the additional PCTF. However, they wouldn't go for the filing if they didn't think that the entire season is right around the horizon, so it seems to me that the stars are aligning nicely, folks. To put it another way, this is not a drill. How are we able to know? In addition to all of those other indicators that I just mentioned, there are also more indicators. Also the MACD indicator. It took Bitcoin 761 days to break the uptrend after it reached its lowest point in 2018, when it was the dominant cryptocurrency. What followed was a famous altcoin season that took place in the years 2020 and 2021. Once again, the same story, a 3-week MACD cross will provide us with a signal. Simply put, I just can't seem to get over this, people. This is going to be a call that will go down in history. This will provide us with a signal after 3 weekly MACD cross, guys. As of right moment, it has not yet crossed, but it is preparing to do so. Guys, it is right on the edge of the edge. When it happened the last time, it happened during the entire season, and it happened every time for the entire season. Due to the fact that it involves a longer period of time, it was guaranteed that it would occur 3 times in the past. During the time that we were discussing gold, it was on the weekly, 2 and 3 monthly schedules. Guys, those are some extremely explosive times. Do you agree with timings? Furthermore, money is flowing out of gold as well, in contrast to the daily and other things, which indicates that it is set to appear, gentlemen. The alt season and the Bitcoin season, or let's just say the crypto season in general, are both coming up. The time of year when profits are being taken in. The season of little sleep. The time has come, gentlemen, for alt season and altcoin season. Do you agree that patience is essential? For the most part. Doesn't this merely mean that we are ranging right now? On the other hand, we have at least made it through the Bitcoin season, people. Is it possible that this may drop once more, allowing Bitcoin to reach a price of 100,000 or more? After then, it is going to proceed in such a rapid manner, right? It doesn't take that much time, guys. What with all of the quints? Doesn't it happen in such a short amount of time? In that case, folks, if we come down like this big bullfly pattern is being broken out of by the altcoin market, which is presently retesting it. The stakes are becoming higher, gentlemen. This is a massive amount of data because it does not include the charts for Bitcoin and Ethereum. This indicates that this is the MACD chart.